Neville Parker, played by Ralph Little, and the St. Marie police force had the task of solving the murder of a con artist during the latest installment of Death in Paradise. The detective not only had his work cut out as he lined up his suspects, but he also couldn't stop thinking about his holiday romance with Sophie, Chelsea Edge. Last week, Sophie bid farewell to Neville as she headed back to Manchester. Despite Neville telling her he didn't want to stay in touch, it was clear to see that the detective was missing her. Things also took an unexpected turn, when Neville sought the help of one of his pals back home. The detective asked his friend and fellow detective, Andy, played by Kent Riley, for his help with the case. Andy later video-called Neville and explained to him he had something to tell him. But before Neville found out what it was, Andy hung up the call. Towards the end of the episode, Neville decided to check in with Andy to see if he was okay. Although Neville's pal ended up lying to him, telling him he was leaving the pub and he had to go. However, fans watched Andy as he got into a taxi from St. Marie Airport. But, what is he doing there? Many fans took to social media following the episode to share their thoughts on what could happen next. Many believed the message Neville's colleague wanted to tell him was that he was investigating the detective's love, Sophie, who recently left St. Marie. Others believe Florence Castle will return to help Neville if he is betrayed by Andy and Sophie. Anthony Dowling wrote, "I don't think Neville will be leaving. Ralph always talks about how much he absolutely loves the job. I think that fella has come out to confess he love for Neville." User @CJ_Flow98 theorized, "When we first met Sophie I had a feeling she was a con artist, like she was trying to con Neville in some way. And now I think this other detective is investigating her and needs to question Neville about her. There is some conspiracy or plot going on against Neville. I think Sophie is definitely involved. This series is getting interesting," Angie predicted. Florence to the rescue? @Ross McKenzie 31 suggested, as Colette Keeley added, Dwayne. While Catherine McPherson added, "He and Sophie are an item and can't tell Neville." I think Sophie is dodgy and that's what he's coming to tell Neville, user @Catherine_Reed58 commented. Florence ended up leaving St. Marie following a dangerous undercover operation, telling Neville and the team she needed a fresh start. However, Neville and Florence had a close bond, so, could she end up coming back to help her friend after he is betrayed by the two people closest to him? Death in Paradise airs on Friday at 9 p.m. on BBC One.